has been moving out, and I didn't go along because of my back, which is fine. I was going to go for a walk. It's really pretty and sunny out, but I didn't think my back would like it very long. Hey kitty, I did pour you some water here. I put some clean water in that other one. Want another one? You've been out there after the birds, haven't you? But that's all changed now. Your head is warm. You've been sitting in the sun upstairs, right? Right. Well, your bowl was right there, but it's not. There you go. Fresh, clean water, just like you like it. Doesn't seem to like the water that's come out of other places. You know, I was thinking about what you said about cooking. Maybe I should make some cooking videos, right? Why not? What should we cook? Well, what we need is some hummus. But it looks like the dead hummus is in this one. Hey, Pat, you down if you want me. Got a container for the hummus. We're going to put this hot water in here. I was surprised at how long this water stayed hot for. Uh-oh, where's that other thing that goes? There's the screw on the top here. Don't tell me it fell in the sink. Yuck. No. But it should be here. Goodness, goodness, goodness. Gross, gross, gross. Okay, I don't see the... Here it is, right beside it. You're so good to wait patiently. If you are waiting, look, 4 people are there. Hello, honey buns. Let's dry this off now. Okay, so I'm standing up now. And as long as I'm standing up, I should do something useful. 4 people. There are now 2. Oh well, you can entertain some of the people all of the time and all of the people some of the time, but you can't please all of the people all of the time. Good morning, Kurt. I'm looking very good today, and why would you say such a thing? Everything is falling apart. All right, so I have this for my back, and I told my friend when she came here that I had absolutely no room, and yet she decided that I I should have these dishes when she comes. Oh well, I guess I'm a hoarder too, so there we have it. Let's just sit here for a minute and see what we can think about. Yes, I know you are there, and the birds are out there too, and so I'm protecting the birds. This is bird protection. All right, whatever. Okay, so this feels pretty good. Hot water bottle on my back. Better than loading up boxes. So it's a beautiful day, and I want to go outside and walk, but look at what I have to deal with. Ta-da! I could walk down that way and go down on the road, and I got halfway down the road and realized I really should have poles. Now out this way, that deck is already all melted. But this is the north deck. It doesn't get any sunshine until the end of the day. Darn right it's snow. This is winter. We are now inching into spring. Inching very slowly. Snowed last night. It's supposed to snow a lot tomorrow. Or some, anyway. I don't know. Such a beautiful day. Those leaves opened up in February in the last big warm time. Where are those leaves? Can you see them? There they are. All those little buds opened up, and so now we have all these poor little leaves that have to shrink away again. Spring will not be here next week. Thank you for that inspiration. However, spring will not be here until the 8th of April. The 8th of April is when all of our snow will be melted. And then we will start running into spring. But I don't know if you can tell, but we have a lot of snow. It's going to take a long time to melt all that, especially when it does things like go down to -6 at night. Oh well. Well, I'm not feeling like my really good chipper self, so let's have a prayer, okay? Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for blessing me that I'm making a video. Thank you for helping me to do a few things this morning to help get Sherry's stuff packed to her or her stuff out to the car. Please bless them that they'll be able to put all her stuff in that trailer and take it up to the new place. And bless everybody that their backs will be okay. And help me to find useful things that I can do today, and that I can enjoy this day, and that pain will be at a minimum, and that I will have creative ideas. And I ask thee for these things, knowing that thou art the source of all the creative ideas. These things we pray in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen. There, we'll put a smile on our face. And we will act as if. So, there are many things to be grateful for. Look at all those bananas. That's a lot to be grateful for. Hey, can you hear me? Yesterday, nobody could hear me. It was quite a sad moment. But I called it Read My Lips. That's the name of the video. I thought I said some pretty good things. I think we had a pretty good conversation. But maybe we didn't. But whatever, it's not on there. It's just voicelessness. Yeah, things do look pretty good in here. So those bananas need to go over on... Oh, okay. Glad you got it. What time is it here? Hi, Suze. Good morning. It is 10:40. We had the crisis that's called changing your clocks. What's that thing called? Spring forward, fall back. Anyway, this changing your clock stuff. How many years are they going to continue to do this? Every year they say they're going to stop it. They've been saying that most of my life. I don't know when they started it. Maybe they started it when I was young, changing the clocks. I think the clock should be left alone. I think perhaps the one we're on now, daylight savings time, just turn it to daylight savings time. I don't see why we should go back to, or are we on standard time now? I don't know. I like the one where the sun gets up early and it stays light out late. Somehow I think I've mixed the two systems together. One that lets it stay light after. No, the one that makes it stay light in the morning. The one that makes it stay light in the morning is the same one that makes it get dark really early. Gets dark at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And then we change the clocks now. So now it doesn't get dark till 6. And it's light at 7. The sun is rising at 7 or something. Soon the sun will rise at 3. I love it when the sun rises at 3 or 4. Or maybe that's first light. I love it when it's long hours of daylight. Look at, it's winding out there. Windy, windy. Windy, windy. I love it when the sun is shining. So I was thinking about cooking today. I need to make hummus because the best thing for me to eat is hummus. Dipping vegetables into it is the best thing. So I should do that. I should make some hummus because everything else is not as good. There's also some food left in the crock pot, I think. I could fill it up again, make another batch of something. It's quiet here right now. Nobody's here but me. So, Kirk, where do you live? What country are you in? I am in Canada. Hummus is ground chickpeas. It is found in most grocery stores. It comes from Mediterranean cooking, I believe, where they dip their vegetables in it. Like when my hair's up there. This is probably a better old lady kind of thing, but I like to put my head up that way. You're in Amarillo, Texas. Please don't call me dear. It makes me bristle. Everything in me gets upset when somebody calls me dear, unless it's a woman. I am a happily married woman and I have no interest in changing that. And so please don't romance me by calling me dear or telling me I look just wonderful. That's irrelevant. Completely irrelevant. Hello, kitty cat. You're coming back to check the door again? Hello. You're in hunting mood, aren't you? Yes, happily married since 35 years. And I have 5 wonderful children and grandchildren, and I am grandma. So there we have it. But you're welcome to hang out. But I think I should go because I really have nothing to say at all. I should probably just sit here and write in my journal. I should go for a walk. I should just get bundled up properly, drive down to the bottom of the hill, and walk up and down the road. That's what I should do. Take my journal with me, go lie on my cattail mattress in my teepee and write in my journal. I heard the sound of a vehicle, but it's not in my driveway. But I didn't think I could hear anything further away than that. Oh well. No, my husband is busy helping Sherry move. And I would be going to, but I didn't. Okay, I think I'm going to make hummus and then I'm going to go for a walk. So you could come with me if you'd like. Oh, oh, this is not easy. Oh dear, oh dear. I can see that sitting. Hey, you found your water. You decided to drink it. Well, aren't you sweet? Thank you for drinking your water. All right, so we need hummus. So in order to make hummus, first we have to have a can of chickpeas, and a bullet is really good. You don't have to have a bullet, but if you don't have a bullet, a blender would be the next best thing. Okay, so I'll take this. And I'll take, where are they? Huh. Where'd they all go? They're gone. All those chickpeas I bought. Did I put them all in the other room? I don't like having to go in the other room because I have to walk down and up. So I was very busy dehydrating canned peaches. Would you like to see how they turned out? I think it's much better than having them in a can, because in the can you don't want one. But here's one that's dehydrated. See, you know it's dehydrated enough when you rip it, if you can rip it, and it doesn't get any beads of moisture. If it gets any beads of moisture, it's not dry enough. So that's dry enough. Okay then. Hummus. Chickpeas. I wonder if there are any up here anymore, or if I moved them all. I think I have to dehydrate things. I have too many things in my cupboards. Let's just do that, shall we? So we'll get, what should we start with? Well, I was going to make hummus. I know, you want to see all about making hummus. Let's go get some hummus. Oh, before we do that, I want to show you other things. Nice toy for the children. Look at this. I felted all the soaps. And I am at the end of this. And so, oh, that's where you are. That's where you're watching from. Mm-hmm. Life is going to suck for you today. Okay, so now, right now this is connected. Now, once I take them off and pull them through, I have to re-thread this, and I have to re-thread all of those. So what I'm going to do instead, I am going to cut them. I'm going to forward this. Let's forward this first. Okay, and now we have to hem this so it'll all stay tight, and then we will cut them here, and then we will tie them so they can't go backward through this. Once I had them all hanging here, and one of the children just did that, and they all fell out. Isn't that interesting? Look at this. These are crossed at the beginning. That one's very crossed. These are also crossed. Interesting. But I never noticed. It didn't make a difference. So what I'm going to do first, I'm going to tape this. And I will get a can of chickpeas. And I think there's more soaps to be done. Let's get the more soaps to be done, and we'll get some to do it stuff. Well, those are pretty clean. Maybe I should use some of these that aren't so clean. I mean, after all, it's going to be around soap, so it's certainly going to get clean quickly. So we'll get this. And we shall get some soaps. Whoops. So we'll get these soaps, and we'll put coats on them later. Oh, that hurt. All right, so these are going to get put into here. And we're going to make some, this was explaining something to the children. Now we have to see if we have food in there. Oh, we do have food in there. Okay. Let's see about getting ourselves some chickpeas. Chickpeas, chickpeas, chickpeas. Where are they? Up here? No, in here? No. Well then, spinach. Where are the chickpeas? What have I done with them? Oh, I know where they are. I put them in the back here. Ta-da! There we go. This and this. This is a better one because it's short. And we need this too. Okay. Okay, so now we have to work on opening this. Hi, Suze. Oh, thank you. Well, I love you guys. It's strange to have a new person here, someone that doesn't know me. And I've been doing this forever, and I thought everybody knew me by now. Everybody that comes here has been here before, but maybe not. I think it must be rather boring. Okay, hummus, part 1. You can pour some of that juice out. I don't know how much I'm taking out. Tablespoon, 2 tablespoons. It's my clock telling me to drink water. Boy, is that cat determined. Okay, so we take chickpeas and we take tahini. Ta-dam, ta-dam. Tahini, which is, it was, what is tahini? It is sunflower, sesame seeds. That's the right word, right? Sesame. Just like Sesame Street. Okay, and then we take some olive oil, put in some oil, or we don't have to use olive oil, we can use the other kind of oil. Any oil works fine. I think this is hers as well. She should take that one. You can use a little lemon juice. I don't know, a tablespoon. Whatever, up to you. A tablespoon, and how about This, I like avocado oil, but there's this avocado is the new cocaine wars, you know, down there. I glugged it 7 times, whatever that means. Okay, so oil, lemon juice, tahini. Tahini is full of calories, so, you know, you got to be careful how much you take. That's probably way too much, but that's it. And how about some garlic? Oh my gosh. No, I'll put you up there. Okay. The rest of the garlic. Okay. All right, and then we put this on. Especially when I look terrible. I mean, what a time to say all that stuff in. Okay, so now you can sit over here where you're safe. I put it on. Oh, we needed salt. You know, we could put roasted garlic and peppers. I mean, that was always good. It's even got some lemon in there. This is not a good day for you. How's your head? There, look at that. Okay, so I'll put that in. It has some salt in it already, but I'll add salt anyway. There's this push lately to have salt. It's the latest thing. Everybody's always saying, oh, but you need some salt. You have to have some salt. People never said that when I was growing up. They said, salt, salt. Here we go. Food for the day. Let's taste it so that you'll know what it tastes like. Because it's not enough to just show it to you. I have to explain it to you. Oh, I like it. Yes, indeed. I wonder if my wide mouth jar lids fit on this. Now, this is a little bit runny right now, but it will not be. It will dry up. Boy, was that ever a good idea. Adding the roasted garlic and peppers. Excuse me while I eat, while I lick the spoon. So what about baking? Should I cook something? Okay, I did this. Let's go back and work on that loom. But I should go for a walk. No one doesn't generally go for walks with me. right, so I made it. See, it's getting a little thicker. Give it a minute. All right, what about a lid? Do these not come with lids? That's too big. Now that works, but it goes on something else. Sorry you can't see properly. Okay, so what have we got here? Now this sort of thing used to fit. Oh, that was a very big thing, but it doesn't fit this big thing. See, this fits, but it doesn't have, so it doesn't have anything on it. So what should I put on it? Maybe wax paper? You used to have a magnet on the back, but you don't have a magnet anymore. So there we go. Ta-da! You know, I ate some of the garlic that was on that fork. It wasn't even strong. No wonder I use a lot of it. Okay, that's that. We did the hummus. And we've got stuff ready to do these things. And we better take this compost outside while we can. Such a pretty day. It was a pretty day. Okay, now we need to do this other thing here. We have to get all of these bananas need to get dehydrated. All right, so let me get you a stand. Don't you have a stand somewhere? Oh, it's always hard to figure out where you left it. Where did you leave your stand? Not in there, not in there, not in there, not over there. I don't know. I want to put tape on there first, but I need a stand for you. I keep saying that, but I can't find it. I should make one, right? You should just make one out of a cardboard thing. Let's see what we can do. We'll take a cardboard box. And then okay, cardboard box, a knife, how to do this. There. Now you have a place. a place for you and everybody in their place. All right, so let's go wash our hands because you did see me sneeze. Can you break down families with children and by Democrat and Republican? There seems to be quite the change going on. Look, I can put you on my little shelf I put there the last time. As if the only people that are interested in family are Republicans or something like that. It's kind of a strange thought. That's weird because the Republicans are the ones that are all about money and not helping people. And supposedly following the Savior, but the Savior helps people, so I don't know. I don't think it's true. I don't know. It's a weird thing to. I know there's so much hatred going on right now. Republicans just seem to hate the Democrats so much. I don't know why. It doesn't really make a lot of sense. The Democrats try and help other people, which is what the Savior did. So it doesn't make a lot of sense. There's this whole thing, well, you need to. Oh, that's a really dirty, bad, filthy one. I mean, rotten one. Anyway, I'm glad I'm not involved. I just don't really, that's not the way I live. But I would say it's a good idea to have a garden. I told Willem to buy too many bananas, to buy the green ones. I know, we're getting kind of old, maybe too old to be buying green bananas. It's so weird that my cousin is dying. So weird. People have a way of not wanting to talk about that either. They don't want to talk about it. It's like you have to hurry, go see them because they're going to be gone and you'll never be able to see them again. That's over. And it's such a weird thing. I mean, supposedly Christians believe in the resurrection. Supposedly. But if they believe in the resurrection, don't they believe that we're going to be together? I mean, we're not resurrected on different planets. But I'm pretty sure that after she crosses over, she's going to come and see me. No, that's just the way it is with us. She's going to want to tell me something. Nanny, I found out. You know? And that'll be cool. I'll be good with that. So I don't have to go there. But I feel like I should go there because, I mean, why can't I just simply make the decision not to go? Why do we keep having to revisit the decision? I've already decided I don't need to go. Then I was thinking about the fact that I'm one of the cousins, and there's 6 cousins or 9 cousins or something. Forget how many there are. There's 5 of them, and 3 of them, and 2 of us. So there's 10 cousins now. So if I think about it in that terms, that I'm one of the cousins and I should go, well then I should go. But, you know, I'm kind of the black sheep of the family. Mary and I both were, and I kind of don't really feel like part of the rest of the group. Maybe I am. Maybe I do. I don't know. There's a few people that I feel very happy about in the family. But most of them don't know me. I live in Canada. And I've always been Mary's friend, and so they've kind of left me alone to be friends with Mary or something, I guess. I don't know. You just never know all these things. But it's certainly good to be up and moving around. All right, so let's cut these up. And you have to spread them all out. But you never get to see it all because this is hidden. It's a secret way that it's being done. That's why you're not ever allowed to see clearly what I'm doing. Because it's all secret. No, it's not because I'm lazy and can't find the right stand. No. It's because it's all hidden. So there's a local gravel pit company who would like to go under a local lake, and the sand in the lake or around the lake, it's been tested. There's elevated levels of uranium, and these guys want to have a mine there. And of course, naturally, as everything, which they probably expect, all the locals, which is us, said no, we don't want it. But you know, that's the way it all starts. They all get what they want. The only reason they didn't start that other uranium mine not too far away is because the price of uranium went down. Had nothing to do with all of our protests and the natives that were gonna, you know, there was the white settlers. That's what they call white people, as settlers. And so there were the settlers that were camped on the other side of the road from where the proposed mine was, and the Algonquin peoples barricaded it. People couldn't come in. The thing was very unusual. Then everybody got arrested, you know. All the people that were on this mining land, they all got, the fence was taken down, they were all arrested, and that was the end of that. But the only reason they didn't have a mine is because of the something. So they've got to have an environmental assessment. So it'll definitely fail the environmental assessment, the impact. And it goes, oh no, it doesn't go below the lake, it goes below the water table. I don't know exactly what that means, but they're messing with our water. Remember what happened when they tried to keep the pipeline from going through their land and to get the oil from Canada down to the US? Remember all that kerfuffle? They never got the line to go through, or did they get it? I don't know, but lots of people just went to jail. Like, nobody cares, you know. And then my son says things like, my generation was so horrible to the planet that we did all this stuff. Well, you know, like, we've been protesting in many ways for many, many years. And it does absolutely no good because big business, who I think is the Republicans, big business gets whatever they want when they want it. And the rest of us just take what's left. And then they even get called that they are a corporation. A corporation is a person, has rights of a person. How is that possible? So Walmart is a person, so you can't keep Walmart from building a store there because you can't, you know, because they're a person and they should be able to live wherever they want and move wherever they want. Well, this thing, they have to even change the zoning in order to get it. A lot of stuff is zoned for aggregate, but that's kind of a good thing because we can say no. Of course, I don't know what all the supposed big shots in the township think. They're not always on our side. They're on the development of the area side. Well, they're not going to get a lot of development here if everybody's on wells, which I think is probably a good thing because who wants all that development? Development just brings a whole bunch of problems. The first of which is people. We have a very lovely life out here where there's not a lot of people. The first thing you get when you get people is danger. It's like you release the wild animals back into the system, you know? Those are called human beings. They come up here with their guns and they pay their thousands of dollars to somebody who's going to show them a good place to hunt, and then they hunt there and they go home with our animals. There was once a white moose or something, and it was hunted by somebody, a foreign person. They think that Canada is their playground. They can come up here and they can buy up all the old farm buildings, dismantle them, take them away. And they do. We don't stop them. Why not? Oh, well, because somebody's going to pay money. I've never really been into capitalism so much. I don't know what the alternatives are, but capitalism just seems to be that you know, like, look at what's happened. The stores have made an 11% profit while the prices have gone up 11%. And they're saying, oh, no, it's not. It's not because of the prices. It's the overhead. Well, anyway, some people can't do math, I guess. They figure that everybody else is stupid enough that we aren't going to matter. We won't bother about math either. Oh, well, if the big company says this, then that must be the truth. So I've now filled up 1.5 gallon, well, 1.25 gallon jars with these dried bananas. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. It's a beautiful day. I should be outside doing something busy outside. I should be going for a walk. Used to be I'd get in my car and I'd just go somewhere. It's a beautiful day. My car used to be where I would always go. Now I don't get in my car on a beautiful day anymore. Probably the price of gas and the COVID thing that happened. We used to drop in on each other all the time. But those days of dropping in are not happening anymore. Maybe they just got to warm up to them again, but COVID's still out there. It's become, what do they call it? Like it's just one of those things that's always around, like the flu. There's a lot more coming too. There'll be a lot more viruses because of all the things that are hidden in the methane. And not in the methane, but in the permafrost. The permafrost is melting now, so all of these viruses are coming out. Or they're in there. I don't know if they're coming out yet, but we hear about them. I'm so grateful for scientists. I'm so grateful for true scientists. I've been watching some videos on ADHD lately. You should watch them. They're very good. If you know anybody with ADHD that isn't yourself, and you have a way of judging them because they're a mess and they're, you know, the bottom of society sometimes, but you shouldn't be judging them. Just watch this video on ADHD and try to understand. It's like brain damage that's happened to us. It's a prefrontal cortex that doesn't work properly. Now these were quite green before they started changing color. They taste very plain, very not sugary at all, not sweet, mealy. My husband's got this really cool little machine he uses to cut all this stuff, and all I think about when I think about those little machines is how many parts you got to wash after you're done. If you don't wash them, they're all going to get stuck together, and then you'll have a bigger mess on your hands. I'm grateful that there are younger people around. People like Sherry who have to move. Sometimes I want to move. Sometimes I want to go where I can just go outside anytime, where I don't have to be stuck in the house all the time. But if that's the way it is in winter, then you're still going to be stuck in the house for part of the summer, aren't you? Especially now with things getting warmer all the time. How can anybody think that global warming or climate change is a conspiracy theory? I mean, who's going to benefit? Nobody. Everybody's getting shafted by it. Well, you've got to go on low power mode now. That's pretty early. That guy really threw me off this morning. Being on here, like being on a date with me. Yuck. I don't want to be on a date with anybody. I don't want to have to be somebody else. Don't want to have to get to know anybody. It's a lot of work. Okay. The last one. If you don't do this and dehydrate a bunch of bananas, you're not going to have a jar of dried bananas. That's just all there is to it. You either do this and you have them, or you don't do this and you never have them. And you just know people that do and think, oh, they're so good. But you really need to do this. Just buy your bananas green or overripe. Overripe is a lot better. I think the bland ones you get in the store, the bland dried bananas, I think those are so bland because they're done when they're still green, like plantains. A banana, when it's green, it's like plantain, right? You used to cook green bananas. Cook them in the fire. That would be fun to have a campfire, wouldn't it? Having a campfire means to the children that they can sit beside the fire and eat marshmallows out of the bag. That's what they think of a campfire for. They don't want their things cooked. Okay, look at that. It filled up the whole tray. The whole thing. Everything is full now. We have no bananas. We have no bananas today. Now I have to go wash my hands. Look at you, Cat. You're sleeping up there now. Okay, now before I move you from your location, I shall go chuck them. Chuck them on the garden. Flower garden. Is done. Done. Definitely need to wet this washcloth. No, we have no bananas. We have no bananas today. Yes, we have no bananas. Bananas today. So the little people are coming around noon. Okie, here we have it. I'm a little perplexed by these men who think that they can come on here and somehow sweet talk the person making this video and then become friends with them. It's like, would I like somebody better who is telling me I'm beautiful? Would that make me want to hang out with them? Oh my goodness. I need my little thing I just made. Trouble with this thing behind my back is putting it in the right space, right spot. Okay, so I made a list yesterday. Tyler, you said to make a list, so here it is. Set up a tablet. Exchange the children's life jackets. Clean up this room. Well, this room is getting better. It's not done yet, but it's better. Next idea box. All the ideas that I thought were great, but I didn't do. I'm going to have a box, and I'm going to have some cards. I'm going to put the cards. It's going to have to be out in the open where I can find them easily. All my next ideas. Fix the dishwasher. Mold check. Okay, so fixing the dishwasher. I think that there's a housing with 4 pipes coming out of it, and I think I need to use that. I need to replace that. I mean, there's a big chunk of the tube missing, they say. I should get in there and look, but that means getting down low, and I can't do that. Call the fix-it man. There doesn't seem to be one for our kind of thing. Birthday gifts. That's right, it's Desmond's birthday coming up. Strawberry cream cheese. I already have some. I can put a check mark for that one. Okay, and then she said strawberries, blueberries, and raspberries. And maintain safflower and sunflower seeds outside. Attract cardinals. Scarlet. Do red work. Well, I have the red work pieces on the table now, so I'm not going to do it. Do studio wall. Yes, when I get that, when I can get outside down onto those stairs. Snowshoe. I don't know. I don't think my back can handle snowshoes at the moment. I tried to walk out there a little ways in the snow, and I just fell through every time, which is, it's hard on your back to do that. Ski. You know, I can't get my feet, my boots to stay in these. I don't seem to be flexible enough anymore. Gotta find a yoga class. I should write that down here. Find a yoga class. Make short cooking lessons. Okay, so today we did hummus. And we dried bananas. Okay, so 22, what was that I was going to say? Do the studio wall, snowshoe, ski, walk Cindyland, make lists, pottery wheel on the internet, build a kiln house, pottery wheel on the deck breezeway, make a paper bag sized basket, make short cooking lessons, hummus and dried bananas. Practice violin. Oh yeah, yoga lessons. 23rd. Get in yoga class. And I think that I'm not going to see my sewing machine. I think that thing fell through. They called the company and canceled it, and the next day I got the thing that it was delivered to this address that is not where I am or anybody else that I know. So that kind of messes it up. So get in a yoga class. 24, sewing machine. I still need a sewing machine. And I need to sew dresses for Maya. 25, I used to have a mending pile. Things would go in the mending pile, and they would stay there for years. It would stay there for 6 months, and then I'd, of course, keep adding to it. And then it'd stay there, and I'd add another bag. And it would, the first bag would be behind the second bag. And, you know, eventually I just started sending them to the reuse center. Anything that was bad, they threw away or shipped overseas to all these people that are now well enough off that they can be picky about what clothes they get. They're no longer naked over there. No, they have lots of clothes and don't like things with stains on them and don't like things that are ripped and the zippers don't work. They need to have something nice written on it too. So I guess bringing people out of poverty has worked. We've sent enough clothes over there now that they have enough and to spare. Now they can be picky about it and earn their own money and buy new clothes that they want, I guess. Whatever, that might have been a very unkind thing to say. But I was really surprised when I looked at what happens to our clothing that gets sent somewhere else. And how they don't want it. There's too much. The consumerism of clothing has hit the ceiling. Time to stop buying clothes. I never buy them new unless I am in a store and it's a child's thing that I can't find. If I can't find them at the reuse, then I'll buy things new, but mostly I don't do that. I did buy all these new dresses in Hawaii, remember? So, oh yes, I was also going to sign up my, for gym class, or gymnastics, GYMNASTICS. Also, am I teaching on Sunday? I taught yesterday. Mary Jane is teaching. If she's teaching, then am I not teaching too? We're teaching it the same week in different places. I thought I taught last Sunday. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. I love my notes from church. Faith will just blindly forward. Some we don't see, some we see. Every evidence of things not seen gives you confidence to move forward. The commandment he couldn't do, impossible, sustain him when he was holding up his arms. Oh yeah, remember when Moses was supposed to hold up his arms and the battle was in his favor as long as he was holding up his arms? But of course, if you hold up your arm very long, it's hard. But you can do that. If you balance your arm, you can find the balancing point. And you can hold your arm up for a long time if you've got it just balanced. But if you have to actually hold it up, that's different. And so he was commanded to hold up his arms, but he couldn't do it. So sometimes we're commanded to do things that are impossible for us to do. But he had his counselors who sustained him, and they came and they held his arms up for him. So we are called to sustain those in leadership positions around us or in lessons, teachers, and things like that. God is giving them a chance to help them. Look for his hand, Heavenly Fathers, and remember those things. You're going to have to remember them. So look for his hand in your life, and then you need to remember those things. You need to write them down. You need to be able to recall them, because the time will come when you are going to have to remember them in order to be able to have enough faith. You have to remember that he's there. First you have to find that he's there. Part of that comes with faith. You have faith that he's there, and then he proves to you that he is. And it's not bias, like we're seeing what we want to see. Not that way at all. Those are actually true blessings. We have many, many true blessings. Sometimes I'm very amazed at how he interferes in my life. Interfering in a good way. I wanted something and then there it is. I wanted something else and then there it is. And I don't think it's fair that I should be getting all these blessings, because I think there's people out there that need them a lot worse than me. It wasn't always that way. I was in big need for years when we were farming and had no money, and those were really hard years. But I rose to the challenge. We had a humongous garden. Fine with me. We grew tons of stuff. Canned it, froze it, dehydrated some of it. Sometimes I think it's blessings given to others that spill over onto us. So like my mother, it was very important to her that I have milk. And I didn't want milk really because milk is bad for me. But I didn't know it so much then. And so I was drinking all this milk. And then I got terrible earaches and postnasal drip and colds in the back of my head. Really painful stuff. But my mother really wanted us to have milk. And then at some point after that, one of my farmer friends, Brenda, had more milk than they had quota for. They had more than they were allowed to sell. And so it had to be dumped. And if the milk truck took it away, they would charge them for it. I seem to be talking a lot. Nobody else is though, are you? I think you have to be plugged up now. 5 of you. And anybody said anything? Oh, Deborah, hello. What's with the guy on Facebook and other platforms these days? Millennials always blame the boomers. You're making me hungry. Oh my word. It is pretty difficult to do this sort of thing, you know? Nothing I'm doing is working. There we go. Alright, so I have to find out how to sign up Maya for gymnastics. And I have to get in a yoga class, and I have to call the dishwasher repair person. But first, I think we should play the violin.